Alright. Just gonna take care of a few things right now. Been a little bit chill today. Just wanted to hang out, maybe stream a bit. Play a bit of the games that I've been doing pretty daily recently. So, here I am. Be chilling. Oh, that might be doing it. Something was really bugging out the audio for a second. I think it's good now. Alright. Well, we're just clearing out some daily stuff. In Zone Zero, probably do that event that just popped up. Ask Aria what happened. Alright, first can be crafted. We'll do that for the spend battery charge weekly. Need Swabian Temple to craft, set up the video store, grab a coffee. It's crafting. That's our fortune telling. $8.20. Let's set up the video store. Good enough. I'll talk to Shifu real quick. Try to divine what Tongsui I had today. Managed to get out, I admit you're skilled. Can't believe you saw right through that. Oh, that's pretty good. You two are impossible. Try to blood calamity curse. Surprised you picked up the technique I taught you so quickly. Use of it just now is flawless. I owe it to your teachings. Counting on you if I run into trouble like this again. Thanks for treating me to that Tongsui. I'll treat you next time as a Shiva. I can't always let my disciple foot the bill. Happy to get the chance to be out. Alright, this is my last drink. Have to wash the sugar and take you now.
Welcome in. Please head up to the second
Oh,
floor.
we've ranked up her ranked up her relationship, I suppose. Battery charge from tin. We're almost there. That's our daily errands. Hold on. We need to have expansion tasks. This should be the last phase of this event. Hey, Arya. To be honest, don't want to keep bothering you, but whenever I run into a problem, my logic core just defaults to go ask the manager every time. Just tell me what's up. That's Suna and Nangon. They've both been acting super weird since this morning. Not talking to each other, not even looking at each other, keeping their distance, especially Suna. During rehearsal, even the slightest icon and she'd whip her head away. It's like she's trying to draw a clear line between herself and Nangon. Yeah, something's off. I don't know what's going on. I tried to ask them what happened, but I couldn't get an answer out of them. They seemed totally fine when the competition ended. Did something happen between them without me noticing? What should I do? As Arya keeps talking, her speech grows faster and faster to the point where even her projection appears to flicker. Oh, no. Don't overthink it. Okay, then let's head to Photo Fort together. Maybe we can find some sort of clue over there. This morning, Suna was leaning right here and didn't move for the longest time. Suna's hardly ever that quiet, except when she's writing songs. Now that I think about it, she might have already been feeling down at the time, which is why she was leaning here alone and upset. Let's look for clues first. Sleep mask. This looks like that mask I gave Suna before. Whenever Suna stays up late writing songs, she'll end up nodding off the next day no matter where she is. I gave her this eye mask, meaning, if you see her wearing it, you shouldn't disturb her sleep. What a good sleeper. When Suna's out, she sleeps like a rock. As long as you don't go out of your way to wake her up. Guess I can relax a little. Let's go check out the lockers then. Ooh. Nangon stood by the lockers for ages this morning, banging the door with her hammer and looking really angry. With her meteor hammer? Right? I was pretty far away, but I could still hear it loud and clear. Nangon is usually not the type to take things out on random stuff. I wonder what went down back then. Check the lockers. Just when you've hit a dead end, Ari comes over. Arya! Oh, you're here too, manager. Are you both looking for something? Do you need any help? Ari! Yeah, we wanted to put some stuff in this locker, huh? But this locker's been broken since this morning, and we're still looking for someone to fix it. Oh? Yeah, Nangon came across it this morning. When she put her stuff in, she couldn't get it back out. We are waiting for someone to fix it right now. If you need to store something, you can leave it at the front desk. Nangon wasn't in a bad mood. She was just freaking out because the cabinet wouldn't open. Bad mood? No, she said hi to me just this morning. It's fine. Maybe I just remembered things wrong. Thanks, sorry. Okay, then. Oh, right. This morning, Suna asked me to tell you if you have time, you should go to the ticket hall vending machine and buy a drink from the third row, third slot. She looked real stressed at the time, so I didn't get a chance to ask what was up before she rushed off. Stressed? Alright, well, I'll go check out the vending machine. Third row, third column.
Way too late last night. I'm so sleepy.
This should be the vending machine. Third row, third slot. That's one of the flavors that never really sells, right? Tastes pretty weird. Doesn't seem like a lot of people are into it. Let me grab a bottle first and see what's up. Run a vending machine for quite a while before purchasing the oddly flavored drink. A photo fell out with the drink? What's this supposed to be? Photo of Tea Milk Store at Lumina Square. It's Suna's handwriting. Yeah, right. Why did she write it in this red pen? And why so many exclamation marks? Could this be a distress note from Suna? A distress note? That's it, that's gotta be it. She must have got into some serious beef with Nangon. She was too embarrassed to say it outright, so she used this as a way of reach out to me. I don't think that's it. Arya's really worried. Still, it feels like Suna's handwriting is a bit rough, but it's not frantic. Looks more like she scribbled it down in a hurry. It's alright. Wait a sec, manager. Before we leave, I want to leave a note at the front desk. That way, if they come back, they'll know where we went. Sure.
Stayed up way too late last night.
Stay where you are and wait for Arya.
I'm
She
so
comes rushing back, a
sleepy.
panicked little whirlwind, simmering as fast as a construct can manage. Manager, this isn't good. Our wish jar is gone. It's sitting right there in the locker this morning, but just an hour later, it's nowhere to be found. It must be something to do with Nongong and Suna. Did those two... they get into a huge fight while I wasn't around? It can't be that bad. Yeah, you're right. No point overthinking it. Right now, the priority is finding those two. Whether it's a disagreement, an argument, or something else, I want the two of them to explain it to me face to face. This is a huge misunderstanding. Reach your tea milk. Huh. Pink twin tails, sky blue ribbon, and a smile will instantly lift your mood. Are you Arya? Huh? Yeah. You're the one then. Someone asked me to bring you a drink. What? A drink? You sure you're not mistaken? I'm not really into water. There's no mistake. That young lady reminded me again and again, telling me not to mix it up. That I had to hand it to you personally. It's it. Here. Whips out a glass bottle from under the table and shoves it into Arya's hands. Inside the bottle is a fizzy pink liquid bubbling away. Arya brings the bottle closer and twists off the cap. Strawberry flavor, but wait, is that faint hint of motor oil? Oh, strawberry motor oil. Strawberry soda. Thank you, Miss Coco. This is my favorite flavor. Can I ask, who told you to give this to me? The girl with side bangs and pink digital kitty by her side. She also told me to let you know the next stop is the newsstand. Let's go take a look. Okay. Thank you, Miss Coco. Next up is the newsstand, where I believe Evelyn is working? Eve. Oh, there you are, dear customer. Finally. You know Arya, Eve? Of course. Member of the Angels of Delusions and an exceptionally talented lead vocalist. When your friends came looking for me today, I recognized them right away. Oh, did they seem off in any way? Off? I don't think so. They looked pretty happy to me. They helped me stock the shelves, organize the magazines, and left a scratch card for me to pass along to you. Huh. Golden Coops. Why does this scratch card feel kind of strange? It looks like it's handmade. Oh, congratulations, you've won the grand prize. Oh, really? I've never scratched the top prize before. If good things really keep happening, does that mean today should be a good day too and nothing bad will happen? Of course, my dear. The day you scratch the top prize is sure to be a day filled with happy surprises. Oh, and your friends asked me to pass along a message. If you got some time, you might want to check out the massage place on the street. You might just find another little surprise. Next up, Old Dewey's Massage Parlor. Hey, Old Dewey. Miss Construct, one moment, please. Perfect timing. I just got an order here with your name on it. Uh-huh. Please give Arya a relaxing treatment. She looks all pink with cute round joints. She's such a wonderful little construct. After paying, the customer left these words behind and hurried off. I've been waiting all day, and so far, you're the only one who fits the description. So you must be Arya, right? Yeah, that's me. Arya accepts Old Dewey's treatment. Her components are meticulously adjusted, and the scratches on her shell restored to as good as new. Dewey's hands are clearly well practiced at working on machines. Well, of course, he's a construct. Amazing! My joints are moving much more smoothly now, and my logic core is running much better. Chelsea's even tinier now. Actually, I've been eyeing the construct exclusive special combo for a while now. But manager, you know how it is. Angels of Delusion aren't exactly rolling in cash, so I've been waiting to save till I save up enough dunnies to come back and really enjoy it properly. Well, Diggy, what did that customer who paid for me look like? She had black hair, looked rather energetic, and man, she could really move when she runs. She gave me a photo and asked me to give it to you. Here, this is it. Sunshine umbrellas and calm sea in the distance. This place looks familiar. Enter the cafe's second floor and check out whatever surprises are waiting for you there. This is where Suna works. This is the one. So, can you tell where it is? Cafe where Suna works part-time. Yeah, that's the place. Thanks, I'll do ye. I'm gonna find my friends now. Huh? Nobody's here. Wait, I can sense it. There's breathing and a heartbeat nearby. Manager, let's check over there. Surprise! Knew you'd be here. I'm worried too. I was just thinking maybe Arya couldn't find her way here because our directions weren't clear enough. Relax. Even if Arya gets lost, the manager's here, so it's fine. So you two weren't fighting? Huh? Did we have a fight? But on my way here, I saw many signs of a fight. Like that hurry and red pen. I couldn't find another pen, so I just used the red one. Well, Suna's fault for using weird colors, making Arya think we had a fight. I'm sorry, okay? So you didn't fight? Yeah. Why were you two giving each other the silent treatment this morning? Every time you'd look at each other, you'd turn away. It was so weird. Especially Suna. You looked like you wanted nothing to do with Nong Nong. Not me. It's all Nong Gong's stupid idea. He says I'm terrible at hiding my feelings, so I better not talk to Arya at all today or she'll catch on. Who knew it would make things even more suspicious? It was meant to be a surprise. Did a lot of selfish things in the competition, man. Nong Gong, you should apologize properly to Arya, too. Yeah, I was pretty reckless, too. Thank you, Arya, for working so hard to help us find a way. Now that it's all over, we just wanted to thank you properly. And are these all gifts from you too? Do you like them, Arya? We weren't sure what to get, so we just, threw together a bunch of random stuff. Oh, I love them so much. Arya throws her arms around them, the three of them hug tight, knocking over the bottle on the table with a thud. Ah! Wait, the wish jar! Pulls out the jar from under the table.
I checked. The jar's perfectly fine.
Oh, great. Actually, we didn't just call you here to thank you, Arya. We also have a ceremony. Ceremony? Yeah, the wish jar exchange ceremony. The old one's already full of wishes, so we're sealing it up and keeping it in the Angels of Delusion studio as a keepsake. We used the prize money from the last competition to buy a new one. Since everyone's here, and with the manager as witness, let's open the new jar, each put a star inside, make a wish, and hope all our dreams come true, okay? My wish is that our next show sells out completely, that every last that I remember all the moves and don't trip on stage. Wow, Suna, how greedy! We said one wish each, and you just fired off 3. What if they all come true? Even one would be nice. Don't just pick on me. What about you, Nong Gong? Tell us yours. Hold on, let me think. I hope one day our delusions will spread throughout New Eridu, so that even just walking down the street, you could hear our songs playing in the shops. Alright, done. Your turn, Arya. My turn already? But I'm not ready. I got one. No matter what the future holds, no matter how much time passes, Suna, Nong Gong, and I can keep practicing, creating, putting on shows at 404, and singing our delusions for the world to hear together as a team. Forever and ever, the brightest angels of delusion.
Make a wish, fold your star, and tuck it in the jar, and kick back and enjoy tea time. Long Gong is here. There something on my face? Is that motor oil, or is my projection acting up today? Not at all. You look extra cute today. It's just I've got this teeny tiny question I want to ask you. Ask me then. If, and I mean if one day down the road, Suna and I get into another fight and she runs off again. What? No, go quit making stuff up. I'm not running away again. Fine, if I'm the one who runs away, when that happens, Arya, would you help me or would you help Suna? What kind of question is that? I wouldn't help anyone. Drag the runaway right back here. Then sit you both down and tell you no more fighting. Actually, you can fight, but no more running away. You'll have to stay right here and explain yourself, then apologize and make things right. Arguments are just a way to get honest feelings out. No matter what, hurting friends is absolutely not allowed. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I'll be sure to remember what you said, Arya. Anyway, whatever happens, nobody runs. Is that agreed? Let's pinky swear. Alright. That should be all for this event. Do I really want it? What if I just didn't get it? Whatever. I'll do it once. Uh-oh. It's taking a while. Okay. Oh, not this one. Morph isn't that bad. Anyways, that should clear me. There. Get the horse head. No, I've completed it. I don't know, I don't really want to get the angels. I want to save up for things in the future. Looks like we got a chat with you, Sean. Treated keeping intent and lost in thought. Seems to notice something and snaps out of our contemplation.
Oh, it's you, Wise.
Hey, Shifu.
Hello,
What's up?
Isha and Sufu. What are you doing here?
I'm having a conversation with it.
She talking about the tree in front of you?
I'm talking to this tree. It says the weather's nice today, so it's in a great mood. But it's been watered a little too often lately, and it's feeling a bit too full. It hopes we can water it less often in the future. Little birds have been coming to perch on its branches and sing lately. It's very happy.
You're not messing with me, are you?
The tree really said that? You're not messing with me, are you?
You got me. I'm just joking.
Oh.
I figured. You're unusually talkative.
Even I can't hear specific thoughts from trees, but I can feel them.
Extends her hand, placing her palm against the tree trunk.
I can feel its emotions. Soft, gentle, joyful. Want to try?
Takes her hand and presses it gently against the tree. Her palm is soft, her fingertips are cool to the touch, being so close to each other you even catch a faint scent of sandalwood.
How was it?
What about the tree?
I don't think I could feel anything.
Maybe you still need more training. Or perhaps you haven't stayed long enough here at Swabian Temple, and this tree hasn't opened up its heart to you yet. Everything has a soul. One day, you will be able to feel what I'm feeling right now. And if it works for you, feel free to stay longer here at the temple. Give it some more time for this tree, this landscape to grow used to your breath and your presence. For me, too.
Everything has a spirit. Alright. I think that's all for Zone 0 for now. I'll just close it. And we can switch over to Final Fantasy. Let me just update the stream information. May take a second. Bah. God dang it. Ah. I've wandered into the wrong place. Carpenter, I still need to level up a fair bit. Armor... Updated, goldsmith is all done. I do need to do a fair bit of leather worker. Right. Coatee, bottoms, and wedge cap. Alright, let's record what we need. Oh god, I was using that for a different list of things that I need. Alright, so wedge cap. 2 undyed felt. 1 wool yarn. 1 linen yarn. 1 electrum. Get coatee. Is 2 more undyed felt. It's up to 4. 3 woolen yarn. Another 1 linen yarn. Another electrum ink. And then bottoms. 1 more felt. That's up to 5. 1 undyed wool. Another woolen yarn. Another linen yarn. Another electrum ingot. Okay. And where are the electrum ingots that I need to make? Ah. So, 12 electrum ore for linen yarn and woolen yarn. Might just be easier to, So for undyed felt, you need 2 fleece, so we need 10. 1 snurple tuft. And 1 natural. Which, if I remember correctly, effervescent water and rock salts. Five effervescent water, 5 rock salt. Undyed wool cloth requires 2 more woolen yarn, so we're at 6. which requires 2 fleece a pop. We're at 22 fleece. So fleece is Corvus, Snurble-Tufts. We get, if I remember correctly, somewhere in Fanaland. It's Eastern Fanaland. Over here in Burgundy, the Burning Wall. Electrum ore. Don't remember. Upper Lenosia. South Shroud's Upper Paths. And rock salt. Sky bill. No, I don't need that. Central Fanaland. East Black Brush. Okay. So let's start with the Fanaland stuff on our list. Rock Salt and Central Fanaland. And then we'll just work around from there. If I remember correctly, Central Fanaland is the rock salt? Okay. And we only really need 5. These guys do not matter. Whatever. We need rock salt. Alright, that's enough. Next up is East Fanaland to get the Snurble-Tufts. That's not the right way. Now we don't attack these ones because these are just furballs. Unless, can furballs drop Snurble-Turfs? Hold on. We're gonna look this up in the database. Snurble. Snurble tufts can only be dropped by golden fleeces. So we cannot get them from furbles. Snurbles and furbles are not the same thing. Biologists have explained this to us a billion times already. Snurbles and furbles, not the same thing. So if you want a snurble turf, you're gonna need to fight a snurble. But actually they're labeled golden fleeces, so I don't know what exactly you're looking for. Hold on, I should change the arrangement of this, because I'm pretty sure. Why are these snurbles so turf? This is for the hunting guide. Love that if you really just didn't want to level up Miner at all, you could technically beat up Doblins as any combat class and still get the ores you need. It's gonna take a lot more effort though. That one wasn't for the hunting log, that was just for satisfaction. Doblins, Doblins, Doblins. Is there any place with more golden fleeces than just right there at the entrance? Or is that, like, really my only source of golden fleece? I feel like there has to be more. Somewhere. Really? I have another crafting list going, but that also requires 16 Snurble Tufts, so we're just gonna work up to 21 and then we'll have enough for both lists. Oh, really? Got nothing from that. I missed click 3. We're up to 14, we just need 5 more, I think. There's a few more. Just need 5 more now. Why must searching for Snurble Tufts be so difficult? Man, if... I bet they cost a whole lot on the market too. Just because they're so hard to come by. Not that I know what the market even looks like, considering I'm a free-to-play player. A friend of mine, Eric, was offering to help me out with, like, gathering items and stuff, said that he would, you know, help trade things with me if I needed them. I don't even know if I can do that. I don't know if I have the ability to trade. Come on, we just need one more tuft. One more Snurble turf. Please? Please give me the tuft. There's our last Snurble Tuft. Alright, Snurble Tuft cleared. We need Electrum Orb from Lanosia. Effervescent Water from the Shroud. Let's go to the Shroud next, because I'm pretty sure that'll be the closer one, and therefore a bit cheaper to fast travel to. There's our effervescent water. Next up is Upper Lenosia or our Electrum ore. I'll just get a little bit extra because I don't know how common needing Electrum ore for stuff is. And I'd rather be safe than sorry. Yeah! Level 51! Okay, and now for the sad and slower part. 22 fleece! Wouldn't you know it, funnily enough, my other crafting list has 174 fleece listed as the amount needed. Yeah, I'm doing whole level brackets at this point for Weaver, but like... Now, fleece does seem to be dropping a lot more frequently. Where's my fleece? Yeah, we're already up to 13 here, and... the recipes for the job quest call for 22. Your death is approaching. that. We're at all the fleece we need. For the job quest, at least. If we're gonna do the whole level bracket, that's a different story. Unfortunately. A for Nut. Weaver's Guild. C. Okay, so all the fleece we've got. We're gonna need to do a bit of crafting as alchemist and goldsmith. Let's start with alchemy. Natron. We'll need 21. What this the Natron should be dealt with. I'm just marking it off on the list. Alright, back out of Alchemist. Goldsmith time. We need 3 electrum ingots. Oh, fuck it. Let's just make them all. That'll mark us done on the electrum. Alright, now we back out Goldsmith on Weaver. And what all is it that we have to craft? 6 wool yarn, 3 linen yarn. Let me double check. I can't double check. Whatever. Make all the linen. The amount of experience I get for this. Each individual crafting is so minuscule. It's not even worth a single pixel. You have to craft it twice in order to get a single pixel of progress. Maybe 3 times. Oh, there we go. A little bit of progress on the XP bar. Did I soulbind with something? Ugh. More materia. Hold on. Now we need 6 of this. Honestly, we need all of this. Wait. Oh my god, I'm a fool. Whatever. No! No, 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 no! I remembered why. Felt. Undyed felt. Right. Okay. I almost did something so stupid. I wanted that boost from high quality. Now we have 1. We need 4 more. Need 1 undyed wool. In bag 2. Okay. That should be everything we need. Now we come back here. Yeah, alright. Okay. Rejuvenate. Innovation. Big hit. It's gonna be close. We're good. We're good. Patrician's wedge gap done. Patrician's code T. That's the exact one. Oh no. We're so close. Please just give it to me. Ah! Oh, I rolled the dice well. What? We've got to complete it and hope. All right, Rose. We've got your clothes. Don't equip. All right, Wawaruka. This is your moment. It's almighty, is this really me? It may be so bold, I think it quite possibly our finest work yet. I feel like I'm someone else, like a prince at a fancy ball or... Sir, I have known princes. I'm pleased to say that you are nothing like they. Big Rose, I don't know what to say. Thank you. I think I'm finally ready to see Kokomo. Ah, yes, about that. I'd advise you to make haste. I suggest Mamajaru will make his intentions known ere long. What? Are you sure? I cannot say for certain, but a little bird tells me Mamajaru and Kokomo are at present at the Gold Court. Ideal location for a romantic proposal, wouldn't you agree? I gotta hurry! Oh, there's still time! Thanks, Big Rose! Current, I'll be a dear fellow and follow him. I'd very much like to know how this all plays out. On it, Rose. This is the culmination of months of work. Where is he? Ah. He's just run down to the Gold Court. Oh, and the Valentine decorations are out. Waruka, go for it. It's Valentine's Day, Wawaruka. Oh, they take the decorations down. Are you gonna do it? Go! Go, you fool! And the idiot had the gall to say I knew nothing of the business, to which I replied, of course I don't. Why bother when you know the men who own them? When I speak to you, I expect your full attention. I'll teach you how to behave, woman. No, don't! Just slap Wawaruka instead. How dare you raise your hand against the lady? Come on, are you alright? Do I know you, sir? It's me, Kamuroko. Wawaruka. Made a few deliveries to your father's shop, not recently, I suppose, but... Waruka? But why are you here? And dressed like that? For you, Kokomo, there's something I've been meaning to tell you. I don't know who you are, but you turn around and face me right this... Powerful memory today, my friend. Never seen anyone stand up to Mama Charter like that before. Suppose they lack the proper motivation. I was hoping you'd come visit again. Then you kept wearing such strange outfits. Promise me you won't do that again. My job here is as you wish. As you wish! Princess Bride reference? Sorry, I may have dated myself with that one. Rose! Rose! Rose, we fucking did it! Rose! Rose! Rose, it worked this time! Rose, for the love of God, it worked! Tell me everything. I would have liked to see that. How did I learn of Mama Charter's plans, you ask? From the man himself, of course. Not the sort to keep his grand designs private. Do not misunderstand. I'm not some rank sentimentalist. I've acted only in my capacity as a reaver to help a client, just as you have. As for the young couple, well, to be frank, calling them a couple is a tad premature. Baba Y will doubtless have objections to Wawaruka's modest origins. Nevertheless, I think our young gentleman has finally found the courage to stand up for himself. You should be proud. It could be the beginning of a beautiful relationship, one which would owe much to your skill. Well done, Master Rockpan. Well done indeed. Five boots. And I believe that's the end of the Weaver's quest for Realm Reborn. Thanks, Rose. 1,000 needle. Weaver is now, by far, my strongest crafting class. We need to continue blacksmith. To Aft Castle. Wrong place. Raphael. No, Kendall. Contracts you've helped since the guild secured ought to make us a fortune. We can find a hands to keep up with the man, that is. What the name you've made for yourself in the process. You got your head in the forge. You don't hear what I do. All over the ports I hear the clatter of sailors and merchants extolling the fabled wares of Kendall's forge. I assure you, they ain't alone. Else it's gone to the point where half your fellow smithies are asking you to forge their smithing tools. If you'd the time to make them run by one. I told them most they could hope for would be one rapid crow's beak hammer, true example of shining excellence in which all kind could be held. What say you, lad? Reckon you could do forge mates a favor? Wrapped crow's beak hammer. Alright. Which requires a steel crow's beak hammer, steel ingot, and bore lever. Okay. So let's start writing this down. Steel. 1 steel ingot. 1 bore lever. And I have to craft this first. Which is another steel ingot. I already got the velveteen and oak lumber. I just need 1 linseed oil. Costs flax and is from alchemy. I've used all the flax. Fuck. 2 flax. 1 poor skin. 1. One boar skin, 1 alaman. Actually, I'm certain I've got enough alaman. I'll just need a bit more boar hide. Because that stuff's for the other crafting list. Steel ingot. Bomb ash and iron ore. Eight iron ore. Alright. I know some weeb has my iron ore. Then I can warp to Garden Springs. Swap to miner and get the bomb ash. Let's just cross the short side of the desert right now. Meanwhile, I can check up on Discord. And we're here. Give me bomb ash. Hold on. There we go. That's a good chunk of bomb ash. We are going to need to warp to... Shoot. I remember better by looking at the world map. Shroud. Gotta go to Bent Branch Meadows first, and then we'll warp to Hawthorne Hut. And that'll be where we get the boar skin. But right now, we need the flax. These are cotton balls. What was I thinking? Flax is in Tranquil. Ugh. Excuse me. That's tree. Ah. Flax time. Oh, that was the wrong one. There's a second version? Okay, we usually find ourselves needing a fair bit of flax, so I might just gather a little bit extra. In the event that we need more. That should be fine. Up to Hawthorne Hut, and we'll wander around the Bramble Patch for a little bit to get them boar hides. Oh my god, that was quick. Alright, we can warp back to Limsa. I'm pretty sure we've gotten everything. We're gonna have to craft that manually. Wait, what's in my inventory here? It's an armory chest. My armory chest is full. And there we go. A lot more room. Put that in our armory chest. Change to Weaver. Recommended gear. Put Clotho there. Let's update that. That's definitely not how I was supposed to spell it, but don't pay attention to that. Now I need the linseed oil. Someone started crafting right on top of the gear. There's our high quality linseed oil. Now we need ore lever. I'll craft over here. Strida likes my company. Alright, lever working now. Ore lever. There's our steel ingot. filing noise really grates my ears. Alright, there's our steel crow's beak. Gotta create a wrapped one. Oh, we're in the clear. All I'm asking for is a single wrapped crow's beak hammer. The finest quality, of course, and I can show your fellow Smitties how it's done. I bear God's beard. Who'd have thought this brutish tool of force could possess such beauty? And this claw evokes the elegance and ruthless efficiency of a golden beak plucking worms from the ground. It's flawlessly counterbalanced asymmetrically by the face. Not in me wildest fortune fantasies have I ever visioned laying hands on or eyes on such a perfect hammer. Yes, I reckon it's too perfect to show that lot. Look upon the daunting height of such peak perfection would surely discourage even the boldest of budding blacksmiths. On the other hand, it ought to put those uppity Smitties in their place. Besides, it'd be a crime to keep this hammer hidden away from the world. If any luck, it'll serve as inspiration for your forge mates. Maybe even motivate one to follow in your footsteps. Here we go. Armor is not ready, gold is not ready, lever worker. Oh, we probably have a fair bit lined up for lever worker, huh? Looking at it now, I'm probably about to do the level 35 quest, and then I'm gonna immediately unlock the level 41 because I'm close to leveling. So let's get to Gridania. Right, Lever Workers Guild. Just a request for an experienced level worker. There you are, Kunda. Just the lever worker I was looking for. Well, of the several I would consider asking, but that's besides the point. Anyway, I have a task for you. Mere moments ago, we received an older gentleman demanded that we give his commission priority. Needless to say, I refused him without hesitation and had him thrown out. In retrospect, however, I believe his forwardness may have owed more to desperation than mere impatience. Could you perhaps speak with this client on my behalf? I am told he was last seen headed east in the direction of the market stalls. Of course, he may have gone further than that, but being an energetic adventurer, I'm sure you'll find him eventually. Bro, he made it all the way back to the Centaur's Eye. I'd have an easier time warping to the Lancers Guild. Camillane. Oh, he does not look happy. Well, you are a leather worker? Thank you for coming to see me. I know that my behavior at the guild was inexcusable. Permit me to start from the beginning. I heard tell of a new brand of leather goods that was cheaper than fenil, but just as well made. Not being a wealthy man, I saw no reason to spend the extra gil and purchase some of the Angerbofa banded leather armor for my boy, only to be disappointed. To an untrained eye, it may seem fit for purpose, but I served as a wood whaler for many years and could tell at a glance that it was no match for Ixali weapons. Aye, they made it fast and cheap as advertised, but had I known the quality would be so bloody awful, I would have found the extra gil and gone to fenil fineries. I know what I ask is unreasonable, but my boy is about to enlist in the whalers, and I wanted to give him something that would last a lifetime, something that his son would wear when could wear when the time came. I swear that Angerbofa stuff wouldn't keep him alive long enough to even have a son. Please, would you make me a toadskin jacket? Another chance to show up the Angerbofa has sat himself upon our doorstep, Geva. I see. Gift from father to son to be passed down through the ages. Only a well-crafted item could be expected to carry generations of memories and tradition. A toadskin jacket, was it? Well, after hearing such a tale, who could possibly refuse? Why are you looking at me like that? That's a rhetorical question, Colonel. I'm not a monster. You've heard his words. You know what's at stake better than anyone. I bid you make a toadskin jacket of the highest possible quality and present it to me for inspection. Alright, toadskin jacket. I've got the toad leather, I need all goat, and I need diorite sinew. Which means I've got to go find diorite. I'm pretty sure I can make a goat skin right now. Cool. Alright, we just need the diorite sinew. Is there any chance that Osgif has it? Okay. Nope. Alright, I need to remember... Where in the hell... No. Here? Somewhere around here, I think? No, I'm pretty sure it was over in North Shroud. Not a monster. No, but I know you're looking for the opportunity to show up on Angerbofa's lever at any opportunity. The way the tail swings around is so good too. Up. Alright, we got the sinew we came for. Let us return to Gridania and make that toadskin jacket. You lose sprint when you switch classes. Alright, let's get this sorted. Goatskin jacket. We have everything we need. We'll upgrade to short gloves, I guess. There's our quality. And there's our jacket. Alright, Gava. You asked for the highest quality. I gave you 100%. Remember what's at stake, Kanda. We need a quality toad-skin jacket that can withstand generations of wear and tear. Of course. I dare say this is your best work yet. Oh shit, and it strikes a perfect balance between mobility and protection, and I can find no fault with it. Aye, a fitting gift for the young wearer to be. Expect Chameleon will agree. Take it to him, Kundo. Why did I have to think about the gill? Everyone knows Fenrir goods are the best. This is no less than what my son deserves. To think him clan in that crap when he becomes a whaler. He's the matron, a toadskin jacket. Could not have hoped for such kindness. And this craftsmanship is beyond compare. In fact, I do not believe I have ever seen finer leather equipment in all my years. My son would be thrilled to receive it. A craftsman that had never known battle could not possibly have made a jacket like this. Tell me, sir, are you? But of course, even Geva has seen fit to welcome capable adventurers like yourself into her guild. I hope you will continue to share your gift with the people of Gridania, and give others the opportunity to savor your work. Cameline loved it! He's about to go complete his quest too. Wait, was Toadskins of the Father my level 30 quest? Oh crap, I have so many quests left to do for Lever Worker. Because I remembered that guy and I was like, no, he's level 30. That's a level 30 of it. I take it from your grin that Camelane was satisfied. Glad to hear it. God, I'm getting fed up with this Angaboffa nonsense. First the Uldan merchant, now this. Honestly, I don't know what idiotic plan they have in mind, but it's only a matter of time before word spreads. Quickly, cheaply produced goods may entice customers, but quality goods keep them. I wonder if they'll even consider participating in the exhibition. On the one hand, there's no better way to publicize your brand, while on the other, they must surely know that they're in no position to compete with real leather workers. But I do hope they try, Colonel. I'd love nothing more than to see those Angaboffa frauds get their comeuppance. To look on as artisans and merchants from every corner of Eorzea cast judgment on their works and proclaim them a disgrace. Oh, you mad woman. Sluggards and slouches, the lot of them. Don't tell me you haven't noticed as well. It even seems slipshod stamping, the work produced by the guilds of rank and file in recent days simply isn't up to snuff. Whether it be the impeding exhibition or this whole Angaboffa business that is distracting our craftsmen, I do not know. What I do know is that if they don't get their act together, and soon, we're at risk of actually losing business to those charlatans. We'll not stand idly by as a lack of discipline undoes the reputation that our guild has worked so hard to achieve. Someone needs to remind those slouches why they'd become leather workers in the first place, and I've decided that person will be you. Yes, you, Colonel. Surprised, are you? I may question your skills, but not your dedication to our craft. Bring me the finest pair of boarskin ring bands you can craft, and show me that my trust has not been misplaced. It would be only the slightest of exaggerations to say that the future of this guild, not to mention yours, hangs in the balance. Now get to it, and show your good-for-nothing guildmates how it's done. Goddamn, alright, girl. I'm on it. And just to show you how on top of it I am, we're gonna do it without a moment's notice. I'm literally so good at my job. Alright, Geva. Well, Colonel, have you sat and crafted for me the finest boarskin ring bands this guild has ever seen? No pressure, of course. Oh, they're the finest, alright. Is that a smudge? One could hardly call this perfect. Fortunately, clearly you possess a keen understanding of the ideal ring band. The boarskin, light, sturdy, and resistant to friction, is reinforced by steel links to afford protection without weighing down the bearer. Clumsily crafted ring bands have been known to distract those that would wield magic. Yours, however, are so well balanced that one might forget that she is wearing anything at all. This is a true accomplishment of leatherworking and will serve as a clarion wake-up call for any loafer content with churning our substandard work. I'll be honest with you, Kondo, when you first came stumbling through our doors, I reckon you'd have an easier time making you into a saddle than a respectable leatherworker. How pleased I am to have been proven wrong. You've risen to the challenge and become a model to the entire guild. Which reminds me, I've spoken to you of the Gridanian exhibition, yes? The day of opening draws near, and I must devote myself fully to producing our new line of leather fashions. As this will afford me little time to devote to everyday affairs, I require someone to handle the more demanding commissions until the exhibition has come and gone. I've decided that you are the man for the job. That's right. Your next task will be to serve as my personal assistant. Don't even think about neglecting your training. Is that clear? Yes, ma'am. Chat, is she cooked? Recent order has Guildmaster Geva flustered. Oh, God, take me. All the times for this order to come in. Have a look, Colonel. An order for a pair of boarskin Smithy's gloves made by the Guildmaster herself using her famous Geva patterns. To be delivered post-haste, no less. I'd bet a month's earnings that this oaf couldn't tell my handiwork from a gobu's arse. But it does not stop him from filing such a tactless order when I'm up to my very ears in work for the expedition. Apparently not. Post-haste? I'd deliver a slap upside the head post-haste if it wouldn't have negative repercussions for guild business. Ugh. Fortunately, my new assistant has arrived. Why, you. Of course, Colonel. I did mention I'd be delegating work to you while I'm focused on the exhibition, did I not? What about the customer's conditions, you say? You'll get a pair of gloves made by the famous Colonel himself, and he'll like them just fine. Okay. Alright, boarskin Smitty's gloves. Or leather. Ain't I glad I had extra. I just soulbound to something. Shit. Now we hammer it home. And boom! Alright, Giva. Well, you brought the work at the famous crew. Smithy's gloves must be sturdy enough to protect his hands from the fires of the forge. At the same time, they must be pliant enough so as not to hinder the precise movements needed to work fine steel. Crafted from boar skin, lightweight, tough, and resistant to friction, this pair of Smithy's gloves represents the best of both worlds. The simple design allows for 5 fingers to move with full range of motion, the ideal handwear of any capable smith. Your work has admirably captured each of these essential points. I am happy to sign off on it. You may deliver the FFXIV refineries without delay. Should we be worried about the Geva patterns? Do not worry yourself about such foolishness. Have I not told you that he will know no better? At any rate, off with you. Even a fool of a client is a valued customer. Okay. I'm going to end up in hot water for this. My very first pair of custom-made Smithy's gloves, made by the famous guildmaster Geva to boot. Set to arrive from the Leather Workers Guild any moment now. Can hardly wait to try them on. Delivery from me, you say? Oh, do hand it over, and quickly if you would. Now what have we? Hawkless, Hornets, and Bare Guts, my uncle. This isn't the finest, more comfortable pair of gloves I've ever laid hands on. But to think they are the... What's that you say? Alright, you know what? Honestly, what'd you say? Gloves are not the work of Geva. Why, I could just... I couldn't give 2 shits about that. Friend, I don't know a damn thing about you leather workers and your patterns. Fellow Smith assured me that Geva's gloves were of peerless quality, and that was enough for me. I placed my order that same day, sight unseen. And I'm glad I did, for you have brought me the most comfortable pair of Smithy's gloves I've ever had the pleasure to own. You and the Guildmaster have my utmost gratitude. Alright. We passed. Another satisfied customer, yes. I told you that you worried not, Colonel. Oh, I suppose you're still curious about those Geva patterns, aren't you? Allow me to explain. Some years ago, Gridanians took quite a fancy to his toad-skin bag of my design. So popular were the bags that they quickly sold out, driving prices up to a premium. What do you suppose happened next? Greedy artisans sought to cash in on my success. Toads were hunted nigh to extinction, and a host of imitation bags flooded the market. I was devastated, as a proud leather worker and lover of nature both. What could I do? For weeks, months I struggled, yet felt powerless against the forces of greed. That's when it struck me. Even if I could not stop others from copying my creations, I could at least ensure that their work was not needlessly destructive. I swore a vow that the next line of Geva toadskin bags would be made with an eye towards economy, and that the patterns used to craft these wares would enable inexperienced leather workers to reproduce my designs with minimal waste. Do you see now? Artisans worthy of FFXIV name do not need to rely on Geva patterns. They already respected the natural world to which we owe our livelihood. That is something that cannot be taught, and it was clearly awakened within you. Which is why I did not hesitate to entrust you with this task, and why you can expect many more to come. Cheeky bugger. Alchemist is up next. Oh, Alchemist. The nightmare that is Alchemist. Let us warp to Ulda and get started on the nightmare that is the alchemist class. Nope, nope. A for that. Alchemist Guild. Alright, Severian. Oh! You disturb me at the most delicate stage in my experiments. Your timing is... That is to say, my dear assistant, your timing could not be more fortuitous. For you see, once again, my incorrigible colleagues have foisted upon me an unstimulating assignment. You can imagine my consternation at this continued effrontery. But when I consider the ease with which you performed the prior tasks and my desire to find a greater challenge to test your alchemical aptitude, the solution to this onerous situation becomes glaringly obvious. Thus, I do turn over this disappointed duty to a more fitting recipient. Your task this day is to manufacture a pincher of highest quality natron. You do understand that this order cannot be filled with any average sample, yes? I feel I must warn you. The quest for greater quality may ensnare you with an entirely new level of obsession. Oh no, I am behind on alchemy. You brought in the natron. Yes. Here. Whatever. Let us inspect the fruit of your labor. Yes, the substance is indeed natron, and what a pinch of powdery magnificence it is. With this level of quality, it will perform wonders in any field of application. Would not be surprised to see our client return time and time again for more and more. You shall be doomed to create nothing but your wondrous powder for the rest of your living years. Unless you think that is a jest, I'd have you realize the sheer range of practical use for this material. It is found in the manufacture of glass, the treatment of wool, and even the mixing bowls of culinarians. Though alchemy is required to produce natron, the substance is of far greater value than to many other disciplines. In this way, the benefits of alchemical discovery find their way into every facet of civilized life. The era in which we alchemists were branded as crazed heretics is now all but a forgotten page in the history books. Not that I am overly concerned with such opinions. Current attitude of acceptance merely allows me to continue my research with relative freedom, you understand. The manner in which my work might eventually be put to use is of little interest to me compared to the results themselves. I do not seek to contribute to the well-being of society, nor amass a glittering fortune overnight. No, my entire being is focused upon one thing and one thing only. Soon I will have one last task for you to perform. Once done, I shall permit you to assist me during my ascent to the absolute pinnacle of alchemy. Alright, whatever, dude. Quest complete! Next one. Oh. Aha! So you have further immersed yourself in the bulk of alchemical pursuit. The time is ripe once more to gauge the degree of mastery that you have thus far attained. And as if by divine providence, a task suited for just such a purpose has but recently landed at my workbench. The client requires the creation of 3 high-quality flasks of weak blinding poison, a sublime toxin indeed. Do not flinch from the mention of poison. If one means to learn the art of preserving life, one must become intimate with death and destruction. Yes, with but a single spoonful of chosen concoction, alchemy can restore health or cause grievous harm. This is the perfect initiation into the deeper secrets of our discipline. Do not tarry a moment longer. To work. Weak blinding poison. Quicksilver, Batwing, and Batfang. Batfang, Quicksilver. I think I can craft Quicksilver with dirty water. Is there a Batfang in here? Yes, there is. Double check. Quicksilver, Cinnabar. Just need to get a couple of Cinnabar. Quick synthesis. We can close the shop. Synthesize. Then go to weak blinding potion. Now we carefully craft. High quality weak blinding potion at your service. Take care that the blinding potions you concoct are especially efficacious. Ah, the creation of such exquisitely dangerous substances is a reward in itself. Is it? I don't know how to feel about that. Gently now, gently. Yes, one could almost grasp the strands of inky darkness swirling in these beautiful, baleful brews. No, not such potions you have created hold the potential for all manner of dastardly deeds. Bear the flask of pride as you deliver them into the hands of the Mikote lass who awaits you in the Pearl Lane. And no, I have not forgotten her name. She apparently did not give one when she left the Order. I know only that the lass is affiliated with one of Ulda's resident bandit gangs. Swiftly now. Let's not test their patience. What? Sapphire Avenue Exchange. You're the head potion brewer's lackey, are you? Let's have the goods then. Bah, I see Severian did nothing to put a stop to this. You would know full well the consequences of handing over such dangerous substances to a criminal organization. Confused, Bulia, Sultan Swan, infiltrated the notorious robber gang, the Velvet Hands, after learning of their plans to attempt a bloodless heist in the palace. An attempt I can only assume is meant to emulate Mistbeard and his legendary act of larceny. These blinding potions were to be a key element in their scheme. Wondering how your guildmaster would handle a request for such unsavory elements, I insinuated myself into a position to receive the delivery. His lack of restraint is disappointing, but not entirely unexpected. He is not the man he once was. Certainly, Severian has always had a passion for his work, but ever since the tragic events of Calamity, it has become an all-consuming obsession. Your superior may well have upended one of these flasks over his own head, for what little he sees of the world that flows unnoticed around him. Would you take a message back to the guild for me? I want you to tell Severian to cease this insane quest of his. First, I thought the distraction of his research might prove beneficial, but he has lost all sense of self-control. No. My sister would never countenance this destructive behavior. I'll have Winaha return to me. Alright, well. Severian, she wants Winaha back. You were absent for too long. Too long! Your delivery was well received, yes? She demanded I return Winaha. Ah, it's you meant the cold-hearted and conniving Bubulia. I have not the slightest intention of giving up Winaha now. I must remain focused on the successful culmination of my greater experiment, so that finally she might... I might tell her. Bah! These matters have no place in our discussion. Once again, you have spared me a bothersome interruption and proven your alchemical expertise in so doing. From this day forth, I shall think of you no longer as my lackey, but as an assistant to truth. Soon we shall achieve the ultimate expression of alchemy. I bid you return to your studies and prepare for that glorious moment. He is not healthy. Winaha is not an assistant. She's dead. And he's trying to bring her back. Eagerly I've awaited your return, my able assistant. As your chestnut ache with the intake of every excited breath, do you now tremble in joyous anticipation as your hand reaches forth, seeking to nudge open the door into the realm of alchemy's most sought-after secrets? You do. Well, try to ignore that feeling for now. Before we can fully commit ourselves to our research, there remain a few irksome details that must first be addressed. As ever, I speak of these unending orders from the guild. Brew this potion, concoct this elixir. Ugh. Surely you must grow weary as I of these constant demands of our precious time. You must be allowed to concentrate. I have an idea to end these nibbling distractions, and it involves you. March over to Daytrix's desk and petition for a complete cessation of these interruptions. I'll handle it myself, but I fear the man's become unheedful of my words. Daytrix. Severian's getting annoyed. Master Severian demands to be spared any further official guild duties. I am a simple receptionist. How can I possibly deflect the expectations of our senior members? His obsessive research is wearing thin the patience of both colleagues and clients alike. I fear that if we do not restore at least a modicum of goodwill, his attempts to redirect tasks will be met with staunchest of opposition. I doubt our guildmaster realizes the precarious state he finds himself in. It is only his substantial skill in alchemy that convinces others to tolerate his growing eccentricity. That said, many would gladly trade that skill if it would return him to his former, somewhat less manic self. Nay, it was not always like this, but ever since the calamity robbed him of his one true love, I've witnessed him transform into a feverish madman, desperately racing through experiment after experiment. I delve into areas best left unexplored. We should return to the topic at hand. Of the various orders the guild needs met, one of the highest priority is the request of a vial of high ether, commissioned by one of our more valued patrons. I suggest you lend your focus to this particular assignment and create an uncommonly potent sample for delivery. Perhaps then it would be enough to both satisfy the patron and allow enough forbearance to free the guildmaster of other tasks. I hesitate to encourage this kind of behavior, of course, but I realize Master Severian's work means to him, and I would be grateful if you could keep an eye on him. I fear for his well-being, and you are the closest thing he has to a friend. Well, did you browbeat that distracted fellow into submission? Oh. Conditional surrender. I suppose a vial of high ether is a small price to pay. Let it not be said that my assistant fails to deliver. We'll need to employ advanced and somewhat involved alchemical techniques to produce the elevated quality of high ether required. Best you begin at once. You need distilled water, a matron's mistletoe, and a mandrake. The upper path at South Shroud. Eastern Lenosia's Blood Shore. And muddy water to make distilled water. Mud water, water. That is muddy. Yoink. Quick synthesis. Bop. I'm so good. Alright, harvester stuff. Matron's Mistletoe, Upper Path, Shroud. We need to warp to get up Quarry Mill. Matron's Mistletoe. Bonk. Yeah, now I need a mandrake. Eastern Lenosia's Blood Shore. This'll do. I just gotta brew a high quality, high ether. That's what we needed. Pretty sure I can level up most of my gear. Yoink. We're back to Ulda and delivered to Severian. How goes your work progress? Have you succeeded in concocting the remarkably efficacious high effort? Yes, rejoice, my impressively adept assistant, for you have forged a key to our freedom. Who could not be moved by such a masterful example of mana-restoring splendor? Mayhap your post-assistant careers lie in the manufacture of this wonderful substance. You would, I suspect, need to purchase coffers that they might overflow with coin. Even among alchemy's more incredible inventions, the manufacture of ether stands out as a singularly profitable venture. It is an innovation that changed the face of battle. Mages were no longer limited by their natural reserves of etheric energy, and a few swallows of alchemic brilliance and a sorcerer could fuel another barrage of spells. It cannot, of course, sustain their powers indefinitely. As we have already discussed, any potion taken in excess becomes the equivalent of poison. Oh dear, was I lecturing again? It is difficult to contain my passion for alchemy with the goal of my labors looming so close to the horizon. You have accomplished a minor miracle today, my dear assistant. All obstructions to our research thus adroitly removed. Let us move on to the final stage of experiments. And one more. Where have you been, my tardy assistant? I feared I would have to begin applauding myself. Did you bring the wine to toast this momentous occasion? No? Well, no matter. Let us not waste time with such extraneous celebrations. The ecstatic rush of triumph within my breast has me sufficiently intoxicated, for I have at long last unlocked the secrets to ultimate expression of alchemy. After countless hours of research and experiments too numerous to mention, I finally hold in my hand the exact recipe required to effect my heart's desire. Come, my astute apprentice, together we shall swing wide the gates of alchemical history. You will aid me by concocting a share of the necessary ingredients. Your task entails the creation of 3 high potions of strength. And, as you have most likely deduced, they should be brews of extraordinary potency. While you are mixing those vials of vigor, I will be occupied with my own preparations. There is much work to be done for the both of us. Rock salt, blue Yarzon leg. Oh god, I'm gonna need to figure out where that is. Hold on, can that be gathered? That cannot be gathered. Gill buns, Fem E-Shroud, 9 Ivies. Look at that, Gill buns. Ow. That works. Alright, next we need a rock salt. I want to gather a bit more extra because I've been burning through it a little bit. just gather up like the rock salt. That should be good. Last thing we need for high potions of strength, blue Yarzon leg. I'm going to need to make a new window for this. Materials. Yarzon leg. Blue Yarzon leg. Oh, you can buy them from Zaranmia. Okay, Zaranmea. In Limsa. Oh, thank God they can be bought. I want to go killing again. Oh. We're looking for Zaramnia. Isn't here. Where the heck is she exactly? X 11.3, Y 8.1. 11.3. What is X here? Is it upstairs? Hold on. Oh, it is in the upper decks. I was looking the wrong place. Ah, Josie? No. You. Ah, interesting. Okay. Oh, thank you for the leg. Alright, so variance potions are ready. To the guild. Have you had those high potions of strength for me? Remember, only the most splendid samples are suitable for a process this demanding and delicate. Yes, I do have Guildmaster. I shall have to improve the quality of the materials prepared if they are to be successfully combined with yours. Merely holding onto the vials, I can feel tendrils of might seeping into my weary frame. You've done well to preserve the power inherent in the limbs of a bog yours. These concoctions would imbue even the scrawniest of men with a strength to rival Ralker himself. While the ingredients match this level of quality, our success in this endeavor is assured. Did I perhaps fail to mention exactly what this most ambitious of alchemical processes was intended to achieve? Well, rather than inconvenience us both in an extremely lengthy and technical explanation, it may be faster for me to simply exhibit the results. It is, after all, the culmination of years of dedication and sacrifice. It may very well be that my efforts will end in misery, but one must at least make the attempt, or suffer the endless guilt of inaction. Then for talk is at the end, I shall now begin the process. From this moment onwards, I must needs have an unbroken concentration and solitude. Your devoted assistant has been most appreciated. Aside from myself, you shall be the first to discover the ultimate alchemical technique has achieved. Alright, dude. Whatever you say. Alright, I'm gonna have to stop there because I have to head into work, so see you guys later. Bye!